Hey, what's up? It's DateKnightMike. I'm here with Tayo, and we wanted to do the rest of the interview for part two. How you doing, Tayo?
Hello, hi, Mike. How you doing too? Thank you. I'm fine. I'm good. Thank you very much for bringing me up here for the part two of our discussion.
What
Thank you.
so do you think that have you run into any Nigerian women while you're here in the United States? Or
YES. Yes, I have. Because there are a lot of um, Nigerian women here. Some were born here. Some have stayed here for a long time, and some uh, were here too for a visit. So I would say yes. I've met a couple of them. Nigerian women here, and I see them most at the church because we have some Nigerian churches where we have more of Nigerian than foreigners. From those who come from another country. So yes, I think I have met Nigerian women here. Yeah.
okay, okay. So have you noticed that? Do you feel like, even though they're Nigerian, do you feel like they experience culture shock when they come here, and then they seem to change, or do they seem the same as back home?
Well, I'm going to split that into two parts. The first part is it's has to do with the individuals. You understand? With my chat with some of them, some would say that they have they have seen different things, or rather, the way they do things in Nigeria is different from the way they do things here. Some say that it's not really their own style, so they still maintain their culture. That thing is still in them, and they said that wherever they stay, won't affect or influence their behavior. So some of them will, blend with what's happening around them. That is where they're staying. While some will insist that they won't change and they'll be themselves, even if they're even if they're in the moon, they will still practice what uh, their culture entails, what they were brought up with. So there are two. That's why I said I'm going to split them into two parts or two different types of women. You understand? The first one is the environment where they stay, where they are, influence their, you know, their behavior.
Behavior.
Yeah. While some believe that even if they're in any whatever parts of the world they are, where they stay or where they abode rather, won't change their, what's in them, you know. So that's the way that's the way I see it, and that was what I observed from the kind of women that we have here. It's a two-way thing. It's either it's wherever they stay or who or the environment they are affects them, influence them positively, or it influences them negatively. You understand? So it depends on the individual. So
So typically, what environments do you think influences them negatively versus other environments that influences them positively? What would you say? Can you give an example of like an environment that influences them positively and an environment that influences negatively?
okay, right. I'll cite an example of a Nigerian lady that I met who told me that she dates or she's in love with an American guy, and she found out that there are a lot of difference between dating a Nigerian when she was in Nigeria and dating the American. Another thing that she told me was that she found out that there's a way you handle a Nigerian man, that he will be pleased to him in a relationship. There's some things that you do that will please a Nigerian man. But when she got to America, she found out that it wasn't the same thing. It's entirely different. What? Okay, now let me give you an example. The example that she gave that really shocked her. You know, when she started dating the American guy, a black guy to be precise. Anyway, she said that back home when she had a boyfriend back in Nigeria, you know, there's this culture or this way of, you know, when you're with a man, when you're in a man's house, you can easily go to, when you go to a man's house, what is expected is for a lady to go to the kitchen, prepare the food, prepare whatever the guy is going to eat, and, you know, please the Nigerian guy. But she now said that when she got American, she met a an American guy who happens to be a black American. She said her first visit to her boyfriend's house, you know, she thought that, oh, let me just go into his kitchen and prepare something, probably an African food or maybe an American food or some that she knows. And on getting there, the guy was in the bathroom, you know, taking his shower. And at that point, she came in and she had an extra key to open the door. So she got in, and as a form of a kind of a surprise for the boyfriend, she had to go into the bathroom. She went to the kitchen, started preparing things, and you know, which was in the morning. The long and short of the whole thing, when the guy came out from the bathroom, got dressed, and came outside, and he now found the girlfriend in the kitchen. So the guy was like, "Hey, babe, what are you doing? What are you doing here? He said, "Oh, I'm trying to prepare something for you to eat because I know definitely you'll be hungry." And the boyfriend said, "Who told you I was hungry?" The next one was like, "You can't just come into my kitchen and start preparing." You know,
was it like a first date?
Yeah, not the first date. They've been there, but that was the first time she got into our first time of getting to the guy's house.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that could be.
Now, they've been dating, but she hasn't had the opportunity to go and visit the guy. So that was her first visit.
That can be startling.
You understand? So she got in there, and along the line, I think the guy now decided that, oh, at least I can trust her. He now gave her a key from the duplicate key of the entrance to his apartment, and that was how the whole thing started. And then the guy asked her to come for a visit. So that was her first time of going to the guy's house. So she now decided, okay, let me just please my boyfriend, at least prepare something, because definitely the guy was in the bathroom, because she heard when she got into the house, the guy was in the shower. You understand?
Okay.
And I said, okay, before the guy comes out from the bathroom, she wants to just prepare something just to surprise the guy. For that, if you do that in Nigeria, a Nigerian man would just say, "Oh, this is very good. I love this. That means this girl is a responsible girl. This girl is the kind of a girl that I can marry, that will take care of me." Because the general belief is that if you marry a man, you're supposed to take care, of the guy. You understand? Because if you want back home in Nigeria, they believe that the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Yeah, many countries believe that. Many countries believe that, but
so that was what happened. So you could see the difference.
Yeah. So what's the other side of that coin? Like, what's the name? Was that the? Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now, talking about the positive side, this same girl told me that, because she told me a lot of experiences. She wanted to share experience dating an American guy, compared to when she was in Nigeria dating a Nigerian guy. The positive one was that she was she went out with a guy, you understand, and the guy just decided to buy her a flower. You understand what I'm saying? Unexpectedly, the guy they went to the store, and they just wanted to go and pick a couple of things. And along the line, while she was speaking the stuff they needed in the store, the guy just came with a flower, and gave it to her in the store. I get what I'm saying. Very beautiful flower. You understand? Nigerian guys, if you a Nigerian guy that would just walk up to his girlfriend and give the girlfriend a flower in the store, the girl would be shocked that what's the meaning of this? But she now said that the guy just brought the flower, gave it to her, and she was like, what's this all about? She said, I'm just trying to show my love to you. That I really love you.
So in Nigeria, they don't do that.
Not that they don't do that, they don't really believe in that, because an average Nigerian babe will still prefer you to give her an iPhone. Just, hey babe, take this iPhone, than give her a flower, because they will just look at the weight, what it's worth. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that maybe probably they're materialistic anyway. But according to her, she said that that really tripped her. That she had never, even when she was dating a Nigerian guy, that at any point in time, she was given flower.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So it's more of a American thing.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So that was the positive side of it.
Okay.
So she was really tripped about it, and it really surprised her. She wasn't expecting that the guy was going to, the guy was going to probably give her the flower. So flower can be a very, very beautiful thing. Yeah. You understand? And so she was tripped about it. She was really tripped about it. She was really tripped about it. And she said that she has to, it surprised her. She wasn't expecting it, but that really tripped her a lot. You understand? That really tripped her a lot. So that's it. So I now said, oh wow, it's not that maybe you don't see any Nigerian man presenting flower to a Nigerian lady, but they still believe that flower. They don't really believe in flowers, so to speak. An average Nigerian babe will still provide. Okay, take me on a date. Let's have a very nice lunch and all that. So that was what happened. And she said she was tripped about it. She wasn't expecting it, but she was tripped about it. That a guy could her boyfriend gave her a flower right in the store, which she wasn't expecting before. So that was the positive side of it.
So do you think loyalty is defined differently in Nigeria versus LA or United States?
Loyalty to your relationship?
To your partner, yeah.
To your partner. I think that one's a bit tight, but I think it depends on the individuals that either Nigerians or an American. Either you are here in America or you are in Nigeria. I think in a relationship, the where you are does not determine loyalty. Loyalty is loyalty, and it's still part of the love. If you love your partner, then definitely one of the things that you need to show is loyalty to that partner. So that was why I said that it doesn't really matter where that love is taking place, either abroad, either in the US or in the UK or in Nigeria. You just know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that, I wouldn't say that, okay, maybe it's better here than Nigeria. No, I wouldn't say that. I'll say it's the same all over, because if you love your partner, if you cherish your partner, if you think your partner is all what you got, you understand? That you have to show what we call loyalty. You understand? If there's no loyalty, then there's no love in it.
Well, yeah, I guess it depends. It depends on how you define loyalty. Different people define loyalty differently. I've seen relationships where loyalty is defined only by what the woman says versus what the man says. You know, like I've seen relationships where loyalty is described as the man can't have social media, but the woman can, things like that, and that's where it gets complicated. Like for me, I think it should be more flat, like just physical intimacy. Yeah, as long as you only have physical intimacy with your partner and nobody else, then I think the relationship should be fine. But I've been with people who say that no, you're not allowed to speak to another girl, look at another girl. You cannot have other girls' phone numbers in your phone, or whether it's coworkers or not. And I just think that's where it starts to get a little crazy.
Well, I'll look at it from this angle again. What if I say that you can be intimate with your partner and not be loyal to her? Or you can be intimate with your partner and not be loyal to him? It happens.
Well, yeah, but that's different. That's different. Like that's like it just comes back to defining loyalty. Like I think if you're only intimate with your partner, then that should be sufficient as loyalty. I think you should be able to I think you should be able to speak to other people. Like what if you work around other people and things like that? Like what if you work around other women, you know? What if I don't think this should be an issue. I think there has to be a degree of trust.
Yeah, so that's why I said it depends on the people who are involved. At least, I mean, the two lovebirds, the guy and the lady. You understand? Because trust has to be there. You understand what I'm saying? And it doesn't mean that okay, you see your boyfriend talking to another lady out, and that doesn't mean that that he's not loyal to you. You understand? But I think it's more on the side of men than women, because women believe, that's just I might be wrong, that women believe that men are not loyal to them in relationship, that they are more loyal to men in relationship than men to women. You understand what I'm saying?
You mean
that's one-sided. Still talking about the loyalty that we're talking about.
Do you mean as far as loyalty to your guy friends versus loyalty to the woman in your life? Is that what you mean?
No, loyalty to the woman in your life, all right, who happens to be the love of your life. You understand what I'm saying? The love of your life is the person you're with, the person you're dating, the person probably you might even want to get married to later. And the girl out there could be probably just an acquaintance. You might not have anything, there's no string attached. You understand what I'm saying? You might not have anything to do with the lady out there. But if the love of your life, your girl, your woman, so to speak, does not trust you, you understand what I'm saying? Then there's a problem. Because we need to bring in trust in here. You understand? Trust will give birth to loyalty.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. So trust has to be there. So that's what I said. That was why I said it depends on the two lovebirds who are involved in a relationship, or those who are involved, or the individuals that are involved in the affair. So trust has to be there. So loyalty has to be. It has to be the number one thing. It has to be the number one thing, either here or there. Here that I mean is maybe here in the state, or Nigeria, or in Ghana, or in South Africa, or in the UK, or anywhere. I mean, loyalty is loyalty. That's it.
Do you think it's more of like a team spirit when it comes to like relationships in Nigeria? It's more of a team spirit, or do you think that like it's more of would you think that women there would be more okay with getting a job and working while her husband or boyfriend works, or they more so
You mean
want
both
to
of them
stay
work
at
in the
home?
same place or what? Is that what it's
No, no, I mean like let's say the boyfriend is not making enough
no
money.
money? Okay.
Are the women there okay with having a
That
job,
is the
having a
the
job?
girlfriend is earning more than the boyfriend. Is that what?
No, no, they maybe they're in the same amount, but are the girls okay there with working while their boyfriend is working? Like they're okay with being a two income household, or they more so want to stay at home?
Well, I think gone are those days when a woman has to. I'm talking about part of that. I don't know. I don't know about here. Gone are those days when we're growing up, when a woman has to be the housewife, take care of the kids, clean the house, be the housewife. Just like that. But things have changed. It's no more like that. It's the
Has it changed because of the economy in Nigeria, and that's what makes it make like households want to have two incomes because the economy has taken a turn?
Okay. Now, if you're talking about income, right? You said
Yeah.
the more the merrier. That's one. Talking about the economy could be part of it because you talk about, if the husband, let me just say, if the husband works and earns money, gets money being paid because they pay in Nigeria, they pay you at end of every month, and the woman too works, gets the money every month. One, it's going to in a large to a large extent help the man to take care of some things. Because if you put the whole burden, all right, on the man, it's going to overweigh him and it's going to put him under pressure, which is not going to be good for him. But if the woman works and gets money where she works, to a large extent, it's going to help the guy. It's going to help the man. Maybe instead of, let's take for example, what do you want to go and buy in the market? It's like $100. All right. Sometimes the man might not be able to give the whole $100. You understand what I'm saying? Say, okay, with what I have with me, I can only give $60. The woman can decide, okay, I just want to support with $40. You understand what I'm saying? And she decided to take that from her from her own income. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it has to be a mutual thing. There
Yeah.
must be an agreement. So it's a teamwork. And I hope I answered the question. You understand? So it's a teamwork thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
have you ever dated like a woman from Los Angeles, like around Los Angeles County? Like, is your or no?
No, I would say no.
No.
I would say no.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Did you feel a big difference between that relationship versus a relationship from your home country?
There are a lot of difference. There are a lot of difference. Let me just start off with the kind of woman. First, the first lady that I met here happens to be a nurse. I get what I'm saying. An American, a black American. She's a nurse, and first and foremost, where we met, it was at a party. You understand what I'm saying? And she was she was a very beautiful lady. You understand? And it didn't take me too much stress to let her know that, hey, I like you. You understand? I think I really appreciate you.
Yeah.
That tells you about an average American lady. For me, but for Nigerians, you understand? If you meet the first girl that I met when I was in Nigeria, that was my early 20s. You understand? It was later she told me that the first day that she saw me, she liked me. But the first day when I saw her, she was, playing hard to get, playing very hard to get. And it took me time before I could accomplish what I wanted to accomplish, in the sense that, get her heart, get her attention, because I need to split that one out, and so people can understand, so they won't think the other side anyway. So I met her, and she really gave me a tough time before I could say, okay, be my girlfriend and all that. Now, taking a look at those two examples that I gave, right? The first time I met an American lady at an event. She didn't really give me much stress. She made it clear, because how I got to know that she liked me was that, she said she offered me a drink, you understand? And I said, oh, I like it. I said, I'd like to take this. And she gave it to me, and we drank and all that. But to a Nigerian girl, they will believe that probably, they are cheap, or maybe probably, they're easy to get. You understand? So the girl in America that I met showed her, affection immediately. But to a Nigerian, they won't show. They will pretend that, they don't like you. But right in deep down in them, they wanted to put more pressure. They wanted to push harder, even at that point. Despite the fact that you're meeting them for the first time.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I could see the difference. You understand?
Yeah.
I could see the difference. That, I think an average American lady, they should let you know if they like you, they like you. If you don't like it, they don't like you. You understand? They don't need to pretend. You understand what I'm saying? So that was my experience, and that was where that's the example I could give to let you know that, I think there are a lot of difference between when I met a girl in Los Angeles, and for my first time of meeting a girl back home in Nigeria when my younger age. You understand? So why can't you just, if you like a guy, there's something bad in that. Show it to him that you like him immediately, and both of you can take it up from there. But for you to start playing hard to get, or to show that, I want to prove tough, I want him to put more pressure on me. It doesn't go far. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just it.
So are Nigerians more serious about marriage more early on in the relationship? Like, are they talking about that quickly, or is that something far off? Because I noticed in LA, people you're lucky if you're dating someone forever and it's just dating. It never moves from dating. I don't know if you've noticed that, but that's an LA thing. So
well, you're telling me that
in Nigeria, are they do they have the goal of marriage right off the bat, when they start dating?
Okay. In Nigeria, you see, marriage is more like an institution on its own. That, in other words, they take it serious. They take it serious. Back in Nigeria, if a guy and a girl meet, they start dating. Well, no, let's say from the acquaintance, they meet. From there, if they like each other, it goes to the next level, which is dating. And then after dating, serious relationship. You understand, they see more often. And then, if they're very serious, then extends to marriage. You understand? These are stages. All right?
What's the timeline on that? Typically, 1 to 2 years?
It varies. It depends. You see, it could be, there's no tag on that. You understand?
Okay.
There's no fixed tag on that. It depends. And it depends on the individuals. It depends on the relationship. It depends on what both of them want. There's some relationship, they want to study each other. It could be 1 year, it could be 2 years, it could be 2.5 or 3 years. to study each other. Why? They want to know that, oh, this guy, can I stay with him? Can I spend the rest of my life with him? This girl, can I stay with her? Can I spend the rest of my life with her? You understand? They have to study each other very well. Then it can now, metamorphose into something greater. You understand? That is probably a serious relationship, and then that will lead to marriage. They take marriage serious. Answering your question, they take marriage serious in Nigeria. Marriage is like an institution, and they take it serious. They don't joke with it.
Yeah.
You understand? In that part of the world, if you're dating a girl, and it's just like dating, it's not ending up to maybe probably marriage. The general belief is that you guys are not serious. Probably you guys are just sleeping on each other, just having fun, and that's it. So they'll take you that you're not serious. But back here, it's their style. It's the way they want to see it. It doesn't really matter. You can see a guy and a girl dating for 5-6 years, and they're still together. It's just dating. It might not end up turning to marriage or metamorphose into marriage. You understand what I'm saying? So, marriage is it's a strong thing over there. You understand? It's a strong thing. It's a serious thing.
Is marriage still connected to religion over there versus it's more disconnected here?
Talking about religion, they take more religion.
Well, is it just like I'm just asking? Is it more connected to marriage? Is connected to religion over there more, or like not so much?
Are you trying to look at if I could ask? Are you trying to look at the relationship between a marriage and religion? Or
Yeah, I'm saying like is marriage over there still connected to religion versus over here it's a little more disconnected because we're getting a little lost over here.
Well, I think number one, they take religion, either a Christian or a Muslim, because we worship God Almighty. They believe that a man and a woman being together is from the Bible.
Okay.
So there's no way you talk about marriage that you don't refer to the Bible. So I would say that they are like 5 and 6. They're both they're like twins, like a 5 and 6.
Yeah, because I don't know if you noticed, but like in LA, people kind of date forever and have no plans. Like it's just they date and they date as long as they possibly can, and hopefully it lasts forever. And then maybe it doesn't, but it's only called dating. It's not called like as much marriage nowadays. Have you noticed that?
Okay, you said nowadays.
Yeah, nowadays.
Yeah, because
have you noticed that, like in LA? Like,
well, I've not really noticed that, but for hearing it from you, I would say I'm hearing it for the first time, and you might be right. But if you say nowadays, that means it wasn't like that before, right?
Right.
Okay, good. So things have changed. Now, don't forget that the world we are right now is a global village. Things have changed. I would say, because I was born in the 70s anyway, I would say that things then, the way it's been practiced when I was growing up is different from now. I get what I'm saying. The kind of relationship that we have now, social media is out there. You understand? The social media has made the world a global village. Things happen. People watch. You understand? And they practice it. There's so many examples we can give. You understand? So either you like it or not, the what is happening in the social media, you understand, impacts. It could be negative, it could be positive. You understand? In the lives of people now. You understand? and things have changed. But some will say things have changed for the better. Some will say things have changed for the worst. You understand? That depends on, because there are two sides to a coin. So it now depends on how you look at it. So things might not be like that before. And you said that now. So that means it wasn't like that before. You understand? Now, about the religious part of it, well, I don't really know much about that, but I still believe that, I mean, we have Christians over there, I'm out there, we have Muslims over there, and we have those who don't even believe in God. You understand? So there's no way you look at it in relationship. You can't separate relationship from religion. You can't. Because even in the Bible, you understand, it's in there. That's why, when the Bible says that a man and a woman will come together and become one. It's in the Bible. You get what I'm saying? So as it was in the beginning.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As it was in the beginning, so it shall be, and it's continued to be like that. So the root of a relationship, the root of marriage, still goes back to the Word of God, to the Bible. So you can't separate marriage from religion, Christianity, or otherwise.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, definitely. So like, what would you say about, like, as far as
as far as what?
As far as like, would you say they still have traditional gender roles when it comes to Nigerian men and women? They still have traditional gender roles, you think? Here in LA?
Are you talking back in Nigeria or here?
Here in Los Angeles.
Can you break it down a little bit so I'll be able to know the angle?
Yeah, like gender roles, as far as like women are happy, the Nigerian women here are happy to cook and clean while their husbands at work, or while their boyfriends at work, things like that. Would you say like that's something?
Maybe it happens here.
Yeah, like does it still exist here, or not so much?
I would say not so much, and I'll tell you why. Here, you have to know one fact which is very clear. Bills has to be paid when a man and a woman, or when a husband and wife stay. You understand? The husband works, the wife works. You understand?
Yeah.
Most time, men do more work than women.
I went live with my phone.
You understand? Men do more work, you understand, than women. But with what I've noticed, I've noticed that some of them prefer to not to work during weekends, because it's during the weekends they have time for their kids, they have time to clean the house, they have time to go out, probably go for parties and all that, because Nigerians and party, they are 5 and 6. There's no way you won't see Nigerian doing the party. But during the week, it might not happen that way. The wife works, the husband works, and probably the kids goes to school. But I noticed that they create time for themselves during the weekends. That's why you see more of Nigerians not working during the weekend, because it's only that weekend that is the Friday. It depends. It could be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It could be Saturday and Sunday. That's why you see churches on Sunday filled up, because people want to go to church to worship God. So there are more work here. There are more work here than back home. They have more time for work here than back home, because it's a situation where they have to share their bills. They have to pay for, you know, lights, they have to pay for insurance and all that. Both of them have to combine their resources together to be able to take care of bills and, of course, take care of the kids. You understand?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it happens here too. It happens here, but that's just what I observed. That's what I noticed.
So how do how would you say Nigerian men express love versus Los Angeles?
Come again with a question?
Like how would you say Nigerian men express love versus Los Angeles men?
Oof.
Do you think there's a
Let me,
difference?
let me, I would say, let me say this. Let me start from the Nigerian. But don't forget, I'm a guy, so I might not be able to know how the women take it. Maybe a woman will be in a better position to answer this. But an average Nigerian man will be himself. You understand? If a Nigerian man wants to, you know, or likes a woman, I'm generalizing it now. It might be American, it may be from another part of the world. You understand? It might be a Nigerian too. You know, it's still the same. They still, I mean, they still walk towards a woman and say what they have in mind. You understand? It's now left for them to get either a positive response or a negative response. But for me, for an average American man, I don't know how to do it because that's why I said that it's only a woman that will be able to give you a better answer on this. But I can only talk as an average Nigerian. The way we practice it back home is still the same way we practice it here. For a man, just go for what you want to go for. If you find out that okay, you like this lady, keep on pushing.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Like, would you say that let's say like do Nigerian women expect traditional romantic gestures, or is it more practical love? Like you mentioned earlier, like she wasn't expecting to get a flower
flower in the
earlier.
store.
So what is the traditional romantic gesture that a Nigerian woman would typically see from a man?
You all expects from a man.
Yeah.
Expects from a man.
Yeah. Like what's a romantic gesture she would expect or
Okay.
she would know. Like right
That
up.
this guy likes her
Yeah.
or loves.
Yeah.
That's let me try and bring out one. Okay, take for example, you see you like a Nigerian lady, right?
Yeah.
And first and foremost, you exchange numbers, you understand?
Yeah.
And you could just say, okay, probably can I take you for either for lunch or for dinner? You understand?
Yeah.
Well planned dinner. You know. So if you take another Nigerian lady for either for lunch, it depends on her when she'll be available, or mostly for dinner, she appreciates it. She sees it as a big thing. You understand? She sees it as a big thing, and she knows that okay, you have the first dinner, you know that one went. And maybe after some days or after some weeks thereabout, you invite her again for another dinner in another different place, or maybe probably you guys decide to take her for a movie, and probably present her a token or maybe a gift. It could be a necklace, it could be an earring, it could be a very beautiful shoe that okay probably that you think that the lady will like. You understand? They see that as a very nice gesture. They see it as a very serious thing. You understand? Well, if you give them flower, not that they won't appreciate it, but flower is not our thing. You know,
But what is your thing? What is the typical
I give you an example.
Nigerian thing?
The Nigerian thing is what the examples I just rolled out and down. Probably, you know, take her out for a dinner.
For the like, besides, I'm talking about just showing her that you're interested. How do you show that you're interested? Like, for guys, it could be a flower. It could be walking her home or here, things like that. But what's the Nigerian equivalent?
Okay. I told you that for the fact that you give a lady a call, a Nigerian woman a call, inviting her for a dinner.
Okay.
That trips them a lot. It shows you're serious. It shows, oh, this guy likes me.
Ah, okay.
You understand? It might not be like that for an average American person. You understand?
Will it go over her head if it's a coffee date, like a coffee invitation, instead of a dinner date? Would it go over her head? Would she think, oh, this guy's just a friend, or he just wants to hang out, or things like that? Would it go over her head like that, or would it spark the same idea in her head as the dinner did?
Okay. I'll say this. Between taking a woman for coffee, right? And taking a woman for the real dinner, I think you're going to spend more in dinner than coffee, than when you have coffee. Because if you say you want to take a lady for a coffee, yeah, you might just say she can say, oh, after all, no. She can even take herself for a coffee. But for you to take her to a very good restaurant, maybe to a very good place where to have dinner, you know how much it takes. You understand? We're talking just some few dollars. You understand?
Right.
So she will think that you are serious.
That makes sense.
If you take her for a coffee, not that she won't accept it, but you can't. You know, she might not take it serious. But when you invite or take her for dinner, because in that dinner you're going to spend some couple of dollars.
Yeah.
You understand? So you say, oh, this guy is serious. Maybe the first time, the second time, probably the second time you got her a gift, unknown to her, probably wrapped. You understand? And probably after your second dinner, you just slipped it just to her that, that's just a token, or that's my gift to you.
Okay.
She will know that, okay, yes, I think this guy is serious. Something like that trips Nigerian women. They'll know that, okay, you have something to offer. And then from there, you can take it up.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I would say, yeah, that makes sense. What did you think about the stuff we checked out today with that app today? Do you think that's gonna make you eat healthier? You gonna use it when you go shopping next time, or?
I think that app was the app that you pulled out from your phone. You remember that I asked you a question and said that, where did you get this app? An app that could tell you.
Are you saying, like, where did I find out about it?
Yeah.
My friend told me about it. My friend Henry told me about it. He was actually he was showing me it. He was showing it to me, and he was showing me how you can use it on food, or you can use it on like your skincare products and things like that. Also your hair products to wash your hair, and your body wash, and all kinds of stuff like that. You can use it to check if the ingredients in it are really, really harmful to you. And then for the beauty products or the skincare products, if it is harmful, it'll suggest an alternate item to buy that's a little more healthier.
Yeah, I think it's a very wonderful app for you to scan a product or food before you buying it, and that app will tell you if it is good, if it's healthy or not.
Yeah.
You understand? I've downloaded it. I put it on my phone, and I think it's mind blowing. It's a good one. It helps you, and I must confess to you, you displaying that on your phone today happens on same search. You understand? I only see app where it tells you, oh, okay, this is how much a cost of a product is, but not telling you if it's a consumable that is going to tell you if it's healthy or if it's not good. It's to tell you if it's good, if it tell you if it's poor. You understand? So you can even use that. You understand to buy and determine what goes into your body, because whatever we put in our mouth that goes down to our bodies really matters, either it's healthy or not. So I think I was really tripped with that app. So it's very good, and I think I we advise people to have this for an app to tell you that, okay, this food is healthy, this one is poor, or this one is good, this one is this one is not good, or something like that.
Yeah.
Because if it's good, it's going to tell you good. If it's poor, that this man probably is not really healthy, to tell you it's poor. So I think I was really tripped about it, and I think I really like that.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna get ready to wrap things up here. I want to remind you that we're still gonna be doing the giveaway for the Ray-Ban smart glasses. So definitely follow me on all platforms. Leave a comment on all platforms if you want to win. That's all you gotta do is leave a comment on all platforms and follow me on all platforms. And that's it. I'll be posting some things on my Instagram. I'm gonna be dropping a little story for you guys about Santa Monica. Maybe tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. So definitely check that out, and we'll talk soon. All right, thank you, Kyle, for coming on the show again.
Thank you very much for having me on the show.
Yep, definitely. All right, guys.